Let's be honest with ourselves. In a world dominated by highlight reels and silent flexes, the internet whispers, be cold, be silent, walk alone, and it also sounds noble, rugged, and even heroic. But here's what most people don't say out loud. Loneliness is not strength. It's a silent poison. It affects you, even when you're winning, especially when you're tired. And eventually, it makes you feel nothing even if you have everything. So today, we're going to uncover why loneliness often hides behind success, and more importantly, how to heal it without losing your ambition. Let's begin. Chapter 1. What loneliness does to you, silently. We love the myth of the lone genius, the warrior in solitude, the wolf who walks alone. But your brain? It evolved to thrive in connection. We're wired to read expressions, hear tone, and feel the intention. And when those disappear, your brain functions tied to them also start to fail. Science confirms that long-term isolation weakens the brain and gives effects such as neural connections begin to fray. Memory, reasoning, and emotional regulation start fading. Even empathy, your ability to understand others, dulls over time. This gives a conclusion that loneliness doesn't just hurt the heart, it slowly shrinks the mind, but you can overcome it through emotional connection. That comes to the chapter 2. Emotional connection isn't a distraction, it's a catalyst. Every day, you're making decisions. Big ones, small ones, constant ones, and trying to carry all of that alone, it's a straight road to burnout and results in making many wrong decisions. Now, think about this. Andrew Tate has his brother Tristan, and Simone Biles paused the Olympics due to mental and emotional strain. Have you ever heard speech that behind my every failure there's my mom, dad? This tells me that emotional support isn't a weakness. It's a performance enhancer. I'm not saying that every successful person had a partner, but the people who had a partner had less stress and rapid progress. You don't need a romantic partner. You just need someone who sees the real you. Someone who can say, hey, you're not alone in this. Because growth doesn't just require action. It requires resilience. And connection builds more resilience than isolation ever will. And you may think people will not understand my mindset, but it's not true. For example, if you're on a self-improvement journey, just type self-improvement on YouTube, and you can see videos with millions of views. This ensures that there are many people in your mindset. Now, how make a connection? There are mainly 3 types of people in this problem that leads to Chapter 3, Types of Loneliness. Type 1, the actually lonely. These people long for an emotional connection, but they don't have people to connect with. You don't have anyone real to talk to. No deep bond, no circle, no anchor. And yes, that hurts deeply. But here's the hard truth. No one is coming to fix that for you. You should go first. Start small, even if it's awkward, even if it's scary. But I'm not here just to say try yourself. So, I have some effective tips to kickstart and make the process easier. Here are the keys. Before you connect with others, you must understand yourself. This is where self-esteem enters. It's not being happy with yourself, but to create an alignment with the kind of people you actually need. Ask yourself, what are my 5 core strengths and things that I like? What are my 5 honest weaknesses and things that I didn't like? Most people can't answer that because they never take the time to meet themselves. But when you know your core, you stop seeking random validation. You start looking for alignment. And with that kind of you connect easily. You don't need 10 people. You need one real one. Shared values over shallow hype. Start there. Type 2, the internally empty. This one's harder to spot. These people have friends, chats, group calls, but inside, you feel like a ghost. Why? Because being around people doesn't mean being seen. It's about mindset. This isn't a people's problem. It's a self-relationship problem. You've abandoned yourself, and now you're waiting for others to fill that space. The healing begins with rebuilding. How you talk to yourself. How do you trust your own mind? How deeply you believe you deserve love, truth, and connection. The longer you disconnect from yourself, the harder it becomes to let others in, even when they're right there. This can be solved by some causal activities that come with the topic of healing through rewiring, the 5 mental nourishments. These activities make your brain rewire and help to connect with people. That is the process of neuroplasticity. Your brain is designed to rebuild itself with the right input. You don't need to force fake positivity. You need daily nourishment for your mind. Here's how you start. 1. Lifelong learning. Read, listen, explore ideas. Feed your mind curiosity, not just consumption. Example, Naval Ravikant, a billionaire who prioritizes reading, walking, and quiet thinking as core mental nutrition. 2. Real conversations. Voice, presence, emotion. Even 10 minutes of sincere talk rewires your brain more than hours of scrolling. 3. Mentally challenging tasks. Puzzles, games, strategy. Challenge activates unused areas of the brain. 4. Stimulating work. Not just busy work, not just stress. Seek tasks that stretch your thinking, not just drain it. 5. Physical movement. Your body and brain are partners. A 20-minute walk increases clarity, memory, and emotional balance. These aren't random habits. They're reconnection practices with yourself and eventually with others, and make you connect with others while doing these tasks. Type 3. The introvert and the temporary companion. These people would actually want to be alone, and they don't like to be connected. And if you're in that case, I cash you. These tips not only help to introvert, even if you want to feel connected temporarily until you find your person. But the truth is these tips will not be equivalent to a human. Being alone doesn't always mean you're lonely. But sometimes, even after all the progress, the learning, the achievements, something still feels missing. You crave connection. Not just with others, but with life, with meaning, and most importantly, with yourself. So what do you do when you're alone, but you want to feel emotionally connected? Here are the most gentle, yet powerful ways you can reconnect without needing anyone around you. This habit makes you cold, and these habits will make you feel good emotionally in different ways. 1. Connect deeply with yourself. Start with the one person who's always been there, you. Write your thoughts down, no filter. Speak to your inner child. Listen to them. Meditate. Breathe. Witness what's going on inside without judgment. And when it feels hard, speak kindly to yourself. You deserve your own love first. 2. Build bonds with ideas and stories. Books, music, films. They carry the emotions of people you may never meet, but can deeply understand. Let their stories echo within you. Write letters to people you miss or those you've never met. Create art. Sing a little. Even if no one hears, it matters. 3. Feel the presence of nature in the universe. Go outside. Feel the wind on your skin, the sun on your face. Look at the sky, the stars, the trees. You're a part of all this. You're not separate. Let nature remind you that you're never truly alone. 4. Connect to the future. Record a voice note for your future self. Write a letter to the person you'll one day love. Remind yourself, just because they're not here now, doesn't mean they're not coming. Build a bridge from now to later. 5. Heal what blocks connection. Maybe part of your fears is closeness, or doesn't feel worthy of love. That's okay. Feel it. Don't run. You don't need to fix yourself. Just meet yourself gently, exactly where you are. Sometimes, the most emotional connection comes when you forgive yourself for being human. 6. Let emotion flow freely. Cry if you need to. Dance if it moves you. Laugh at a silly meme, even if no one's watching. Look into your own eyes in the mirror. Say, I love you. Say it again, even if it feels awkward. That awkwardness, it's your heart learning to open again. So yes, you may be alone right now, but you're not disconnected. You're already surrounded by breath, by thought, by art, by nature, by your own awareness. Emotional connection doesn't always need a person. It just needs presence. And that you already have. Now let's see what emotional connection actually does to you. Chapter 5. The truth about emotion. Connection is leverage. Let's be clear. Emotional connection isn't a detour from success. It's the fuel behind it. When you're emotionally steady, you can make things like clearer decisions, stay consistent under pressure, bounce back faster, feel whole, not just productive. Think of your brain as an engine. The connection is the oil. You can still drive without it, but not for long. Eventually, everything burns out. And perhaps the most underrated life skill? Emotional presence. The ability to truly see, hear, and feel another human without agenda. This is the root of every deep bond. And it's a trainable skill, not a personality trait. You were never meant to go alone. You weren't made to suppress every emotion. You weren't built to carry every burden in silence. You were made to grow, yes, but also to feel, to share, to connect. Because the final stage of self-improvement isn't just becoming stronger, it's becoming whole. Whole means connected. Whole means you can succeed without starving emotionally. Whole means you stop choosing between greatness and love. So stop glorifying isolation. Stop numbing yourself with grind mode. And stop mistaking silence for strength. Because of your success means nothing if your soul feels empty. If something in this resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Start one real conversation today. That's where change begins. Now I want to hear from you. What's the biggest struggle in your life right now? Drop in the comments. I'll personally go through them, research them deeply, and turn the most powerful ones into videos like this. Because your growth helps others grow too. This channel exists to serve that purpose. And this is Wise Lawn, your quiet and complete mentor.